Okay, I changed the camera from vertical to horizontal. I think this way's better, but we'll see. We'll see which one's better. Hey guys, I'm Crystal Jennings, your local realtor here based out of Lexington, South Carolina. I'll be coming on here once a week to talk all things South Carolina, what to do here, tips for buying or selling here, and my honest opinion and perspective of life here as a transplant to South Carolina myself, but also just life in general as a wife, a mom, and a realtor. So today what I wanted to get started off talking about was my reasoning for moving to Lexington, South Carolina, why we chose this area for ourselves. So I'm originally from Virginia. Well, I say originally from Virginia, but originally, I was born in California, but I was very young when we moved out east. So I don't really remember California very well. So normally when people ask me where I'm from, I'll just say Virginia, just to keep a long story short, which I probably should have did just now, but whatever. So we moved out here. We moved out to Virginia. I met my husband. We had 3 children at the time, and he got a job opportunity in New York City. So we knew it was a temporary one, but we went anyway. It was a really good opportunity. They were actually building a tunnel under the city. So we lived in Pennsylvania because taxes and whatever other reasons. It was just a better option for us, and he commuted to New York City every day. Well, we knew that the job was going to come to an end. It was always a reality for us. We knew it was going to happen. So 7 to 8 years was coming up, and we needed to decide what we were going to do. So we had one of 3 options, was basically go to California follow the job, go to Virginia where we're from, or go to another place on the map, just pick some place and go. Spoiler alert, we picked a place on the map and went there instead. I didn't want to drag the kids all the way on the other side of the nation for another temporary job. And we didn't want to go back to Virginia because the school ratings are just not that great. The job market, it was just not that great. The housing is so expensive there. And the number one reason why we just did not want to go back to Virginia was Northern Virginia. You might even, if you're familiar with Northern Virginia, you know what I'm about to say. The traffic is horrible. In fact, if you look it up a couple years ago, or not that long ago, I had looked it up, and it was the number one worst traffic in all of the nation. We didn't want to go back to that. So we picked a few places on the map. We researched, like I'm sure most of you are going to do. Everybody's going to do that. I hope so. I hope you research. I hope you have a list of places and you do your homework, which we did. On that list, obviously I know we had Lexington, Somerville was on there, Myrtle Beach was on there. I think like somewhere in Georgia was on there as well. And we narrowed those places down mainly because the schools, all of those places had good school ratings. Now, like I said, we had never been to South Carolina before. I mean, we went to Myrtle Beach a couple times, like family vacations, but never we don't know anybody here. We've never visited here besides going to the beach. So we didn't know. We didn't have anybody to ask. We didn't have any opinions. Back 9 years ago, there wasn't a whole lot of Facebook groups and resources you can go to now to kind of get those opinions. So I went by these ratings, and the schools, all of them were rated high. So we narrowed it more down by, the crime rates in the area, the housing market in the area, the job market, the price of living in the area. And Lexington was just checking all of those boxes. And I just got on a plane one day with the youngest. We had a baby right before we moved. And so I got him. We came down here, looked at 12 houses with our realtor at the time. And the 12th house, the very last one, I loved it, fell in love with it, and bought it. I came back home, we did everything virtually through like DocuSign, emails back and forth, and closed on a house before my husband ever even seen this house. He's seen it for the first time when we brought the U-Haul and started unloading it. So turned out to be good. We've been here for 9 years now. I'm pretty familiar with the area now. It is home to me now. I have, really grown to love this area. The kids love this area. They adjusted very well being here. The baby, he's now 9, so this is all he knows. He doesn't remember, Pennsylvania or Virginia or anywhere besides Lexington. So that's kind of what I want to gear this channel towards, is coming on here and just talking about things that I know you guys are thinking about, and what worries you have, and maybe things that I wish somebody would have told me, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because everywhere you go, there's going to be good, bad, and ugly things. There's different cultural things that I didn't know about was interesting to me. And just everything I've kind of learned over the 9 years, everything I've learned as being a realtor. And I would like to help you with that. So I hope to see you back here every week. Well, hopefully every week. I'm not going to make any promises. Life does get a little crazy. Being a mom, being a wife, being a real estate agent. But I do want to try to come on here. Anything you want to know about, anything you're interested about, feel free to shoot me a message, and I will see what I can do to answer your question, maybe even make a video about it. So I hope to see you back here. Bye.